I'm probably one of the best Outlaster players in the world. Whether it be pushing game mechanics or going to the endgame every single time, I will always find a way to make my mark. And for my biggest stunt yet, I'm going to sneak into Outlaster's biggest tournament of all time on an alternate account. You see, when I left the PPS server back in April, I had a realization. In the Outlaster tournaments they hold, players planning to use an alternate account are required to tell the admin the identity of their alt, and this information is then passed on to the entire event host team for verification purposes. But since my main account was no longer on the server, my alternate account is actually the main account now, meaning I can be an alt without anyone knowing. With that in mind, the clutches I pull off in this video are straight up ridiculous, so grab a snack and prepare to watch the story of FertileJenkins, Outlaster's greatest secret. And of course, before we begin, make sure to subscribe to see more of these types of videos. Alright, let's get into it. So with the loophole in mind and my moderator friend's blessings, I dug out FertileJenkins, an alt I had made over a year ago to troll in some events, and had even made some people go into a tantrum, and when I mean people, I mean just Coco, all without anyone ever considering if the account was ever an alt. But now that I want to unleash this alt to sneak onto literally the biggest tournament Outlaster has ever held, I need to ensure that FertileJenkins actually stands a chance of doing any damage, and not just become an early game death fodder. I mentioned this because in PPS, people tend to boot the newcomers very early in favor of friends they've known for months or even years. So with that in mind, I made up some more, and now suddenly FertileJenkins is a teenager who aspires to be a farmer and goes to high school in Florida. Also, they have the most, country slang. Well, I'll be. Before I jump straight into events, however, I also want to list some goals for this account. Number 1, fool the entire server into thinking that this is a real account. If people think that this is an alt, then the whole operation fails before it can even start. 2, perform well in the upcoming tournament. Knowing the dynamics of PPS and my very memey avatar, winning was out of the question. Instead, I was aiming to simply land in the top 40. You'll see why later. And finally, number 3, have fun. Pretty self-explanatory. Now that I had the alt's identity prepped, I decided to go to an event, but while playing I was suddenly banned for being a suspected alt. Now are they wrong? Well, no, they're actually right on the money. However, I'm straight up a legal alt, so they can't even stop me. Just for precautions though, I decided to have a talk with the guy who suspected me of being an alt account, and called any suspicions they might have had. Fun fact, this is the only person who actively questions me being an alt for the entire video. Only thing I had to do was tell another host, Hales, that I was an alt, but that wasn't something I was very concerned with. He was trustworthy enough. By the way, this actually isn't foreshadowing at all, he never tells anyone. Besides that, I just did a few games on the alt, meeting new people, making a few decent runs into the game, and most importantly, working with a player named Chill. You see, Chill is considered one of, if not the best player in the community currently, and working with him was key to me not getting my ass flipped immediately. He even remembered who I was from when I used the account a year ago, which honestly is some pretty elite memory. On top of this in-game prep, however, I even went the extra mile and made a Discord server to log all the things I did with the alt, posting funny images and logging how I can improve my gameplay. Safe to say, I was going to make this work. And then one night... Alright, so I just saw on the PPS server that there's a new season, and I think what would be a really good idea is if I just played this season, and if I won it, then I can say I won a season on an alt, and they can't even say it's illegal. Like, they can be pissed all they want, and that just feels like not only something really good for content, but also just would bring me so much personal joy and entertainment. It'd be so funny, bro. So I'm gonna go apply. And unsurprisingly, I was accepted into PPS Season 17. Back to basics. Little did I know, however, this was a shockingly stacked cast, and especially when I saw my tribe, well, I didn't have that much hope. Let me explain why. First, we have Yaman and Mel, a package duo who I knew were both good and would take me out immediately. Even though I'm good friends with Yaman, he's unaware of FertileJenkins, meaning to him, I'm just an easy vote off. Next there's Corey, who had a reputation of being one of the best new players on the block, which could be useful, but I presume he was going to work with Yaman and Mel, so he was gonna be an obstacle. Then we have Capricio, who though I'm good friends with outside the alt, he is also unaware of FertileJenkins. He did tell me good luck in DMs before the season though, so not the worst circumstances. And then finally we have Villain, the only person I could see myself being booted after, in this tribe anyway. Needless to say, I have to be on my A game. Honestly though, I was doing okay. The first person was voted out, and I knew we had a tribe that could simply carry me the swamp. The second challenge was Shelly, and we were completely rolling them. I had no qualms about losing, and all I had to do was finish the challenge for my team. But then... And why am I lagging? Why am I lagging? Oh my gosh, I am lagging so hard. Oh my god, no, oh my god, bro. I am lagging, bro. What the hell was that, bro? I was like sitting here, I'm like, yeah, oh my god, my lag spikes, bro. Hold up, I need to stop recording right now. And just like that, my team lost. And guess who was the easiest boot? Like, I don't even know. Like, I just got fucked by, like, my Wi-Fi. Like, there wasn't even anything I could do. Like, literally. Like, what am I supposed to do? I literally couldn't do anything about it. That disappointment was real. Even though I had no expectations really doing anything on the season, losing in that fashion sucks. I had the opportunity to really make a name for myself in this season, but it was stripped away by OBS lag. Because of the events of the season, I took a break from this project altogether. I think it was about 10 days, but I didn't really do anything with FertileJenkins. I had other things in life to think about, and quite honestly, I wasn't having that much fun with FertileJenkins. At least, for a little bit. But one Wednesday evening, something caught my eye, and surprisingly enough, it was an eviction notice event. So I joined, and I was suddenly playing with a lot of the very well-known players. In this game alone, I was working with the likes of Joy, Isaac, and Iron, all known to be very solid at the game themselves. I didn't know it at the time, but this experience would pay off very well long term. Within the game though, I was actually doing some impressive work, surviving close votes, having a lot of allies throughout the game, and even hanging with some of Eviction Notice's best. All while this being the first game of Eviction Notice my alt has ever played. Yeah, like, hopefully, if it's 2-0, I'm just cooked. GG. Yeah, I just don't see a world where I survive. I ran all the time! Yeah, GG. Yeah, honestly, pretty good run. Oh my gosh. First time being evicted. Now that I had a bit more time to network, I was pretty much prepared to go into the tournament, which by the way was in just 3 days. But before I began my journey, I received a message from my friend Ultra. I joke about him being a washed up old loser in this channel, but he's a genuine pro at Outlaster challenges, which happens to be my weakest aspect against the Sweaty Sweats anyway. So, when we hopped on call, he gave me the master document on how to be good at every Outlaster comp, then we applied it in game. Right. Don't worry. Oh my gosh, I'm falling before I even get on the platforms. Like, do I go for that? Oh yeah, that's possible. Yeah. And then probably like do sideways for that. Yeah. Whoopsies. Okay, let me not fold. Let me not fold real quick. How did I miss? Okay. Oh my god. Wait, I forgot the tag. Okay, 97733. 9773338. Wait, hold up. Let me make the end first. Yeah. Okay, I got it done. Yep. Oh my god, I failed.
Don't finish and don't collect the key so you can practice more.
And just like that, I was ready for my biggest challenge yet. Tournament 9 of Peak Precision Studios on an alternate account. Before we hop into any Pacific tournament content, I need to set the stage. This tournament has 16 rounds that any player could enter, and depending on how well you perform in these rounds, you get points. 2 for getting to the top 20, 5 for getting to the top 10, and up to 15 points if you win the game. At the end of the 16 rounds, whoever had the most points would be crowned the tournament winner, not only receiving glory and a permanent ego inflation, but would also get 20,000 Robux and a year of Discord Nitro. Now personally, neither of the prizes were very appealing, but glory, now that's something I'm going after. Also, remember how I wanted to be in the top 40? Well, that's because the top 40 performers would be invited to play a champions round, where the winner of that round would only receive 15,000 Robux in a year of Discord Nitro. It's a shame that it wasn't a straight up wire transfer, or otherwise I would have really sweated this. But for this tournament, I kept my expectations humble. All I wanted to do was get into the top 40, and to me that's successful enough. And if that wasn't enough information, there was also a twist where players could steal points from others. But honestly, I knew my ult would never get targeted, so I never interacted with the twist at all. It probably determined who won the tournament though. And finally, with all of that in mind, I can finally talk about my first round. And if you think winning a tournament is easy, then think again, because from the second I was in Tribal Council, I was getting targeted immediately. I didn't know why, but I presume it was because they saw me as an easy vote. Time to show them that I'm the exact opposite. The first time I was in danger of getting voted off was at the soft vote, where I'll be honest, it devolved into complete chaos. If it wasn't for a player named Lucy telling me to vote soft literally at the last second, it might have been even worse. A 4-2-2 vote was enough to keep me in the game, and it had all my allies cheering for me in whispers. Mind you, they were completely unaware of who FertileJenkins really was. After a Darius elimination where I got a single stray vote, it was time for the real panic. My name was getting spread like wildfire, but luckily there were 2 other options. My ally at the time, Elite Warrior, or C3, who I hadn't spoken to in the game at all. You'd think I'd keep Elite Warrior, but knowing I had to preserve myself above all else, Elite Warrior had to go. Thus, in a 6-4-3 vote, Elite Warrior was gone. At least I made the final 20 myself, 2 points gained. The targeting doesn't stop there, however. In fact, it's only begun. At the final 17, I had been told that it was either me or a player named Mystic going home. And of course, I pushed. And I pushed to survive. And luckily, it turned out to be a tie between the both of us because someone had cast a stray vote on a player named Gun. 5-5-1. It's time to see if I survive a tie. After providing a pretty reasonable pitch that wasn't just I've never won anything in my life, it was time to read the votes. FertileJenkins, 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 FertileJenkins. That's already 4 votes out of 9. One more and I'm done for. But I had deep confidence that it wasn't going to be a unanimous vote. You see, sometimes Outlaster does what I call a blindside read, where in a close vote, the game will reveal all the votes for one player first, then they will reveal all the votes of the second player. I assume this is for pure intensity, but man did it give me confidence in this moment. And thus the votes kept reading. Mystic, 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 Mystic. Insert Gun saying I'm his brother in real life, but that's just not true. And 24th person voted out of Outlaster. Mystic. At that point, I knew I could clutch. Back against the wall, the target all over me, I don't go down that easily. I had pulled off one of the biggest clutches in my time playing Outlaster period, and I wasn't about to live it down. And lucky me, this was only the beginning. For this specific round though, my magic did run out the immediate next tribal, as I was voted out pretty easily, but I didn't really care. I had survived so many close calls already in this one round, and I suspected that it wouldn't get much easier. Either way, it was good to get this experience under my belt. This was just the warm-up. Also on top of this magnificent round, I saw that Mystic went to my ally Chill right after the game to vent about how he kept me over him. Let me read the rant here. Alright. Chill decided to flip on me randomly with WBK for FertileJenkins. What kind of fucking name is FertileJenkins? And then after Gunn decided to make a sob story saying, he's my brother, I can't, when his fat ass met him 2 hours before the tribal council. And then C3 decided to follow along, spreading my name like, bro, we get it you sheep, chill, cause Hersey got banned. Like, what the fuck do you mean people want me out over in FertileJenkins? Little does he know, he was just getting played by me. The funniest part about this all, he got banned from the server the next day. And of course, with a new day, comes a new chance for me to get points. And already, I'm almost out about 5 minutes in. In a 7-5 vote, I survived against Swag, who thankfully was considered an even easier person to get rid of. Besides this vote though, I actually slide through the pre-merge pretty easily. Because my team was continually winning challenges, I was never at risk of being voted out. And thus, I found myself in the merge, even winning Holy Buckets, a competition that is considered the compy's favorite for its consistency. Shame that I don't have footage. Anyways, this game I don't have much to talk about. Besides that one vote at the beginning, I only get votes in the round I go out in, which unfortunately happens to be at the final 11. Alright, so recap, I just won Holy Buckets, but I am now definitely at exposure for this limb. And I preferably want to survive this vote, so I have to vote Jet. That's the main thing, because there is like a few split between me and Cody. I hope it's probably gonna be close. I've just not been safe all game, bro. Like, this is just what happens. Like, I have the social game to have allies, but like people are just gonna keep going after me. And realistically, I'm like the last random left, because even Turco believes more notable to me. And I guess Vera, but also I do hear Vera's like an alt. Oh my god. 4 votes. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so close. It's never an easy day for me, bro. Oh my. Oh no, it's cooked. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, I saw it coming, but like I probably could have like DM'd a bit more at the end, but it's fine. Maybe it's still Holy Buckets win, bro. They might be on my ass now. Well, good effort for me. Like, I have no regrets with how I played that. I got really lucky with the team stage, but I'm gonna see how everything goes. By the way, I won a comp in a tournament with some of the best compies, so I don't really care. Now, through just 2 games, I already had 4 points, which isn't much but gave me confidence that I could make a run at a high-ranking spot, maybe even the top 10 if I really went at it. However, I really didn't go at it. Because of other circumstances outside my control, I didn't attend the next 4 rounds. I only actually tried to attend the last of these said rounds, but I actually didn't get into game at all. I did get these fun screenshots from Cuff though. There are, however, consequences to not playing rounds though. Even though I'm not losing points, I won't be gaining any either. So I have to play more rounds, otherwise I wouldn't even qualify for the final champions round. Safe to say, there was suddenly way more at stake now. Not just my spot in the champions round, but my ego. Thus, waking up at 7 AM and optimizing my screen to attend Outlaster games it is. You'd think showing up for the games would net me some points, but no. I actually do, well, completely putrid. Because my team couldn't win a single challenge to save its life, I was eventually out before the final 30. Absolutely embarrassing performance for someone of my stature. By the way, notice how Cody calls me untrustworthy as I go out? This is important because I literally just saved him in the previous tribal council we went to, and he does this to me. No, I will be taking my revenge, but save that thought for later. There wasn't really anything I could do about it, however, so I just move on. But then I had a realization. Because the main 2 people I told about my secret weren't playing in the tournament, I was starting to feel rather alone in this whole operation. Sure, there's fun to this being a complete secret, but what's the use if no one else is in the joke to laugh with you? Thus, I decided to start spreading the secret. And for my first pick, Captricio. Captricio, or Cap for short, was not only someone who I considered a friend, but was also one of the leading players to win the entire tournament by this point, which honestly I never expected from Cap, and judging by his reaction, I don't think he expected me to be FertileJenkins whatsoever. Now with Cap aware of my secret, let's jump into the next round, in which I was on a tribe with one of my friends, Steph, who I'm actually voting out as we speak. Oh my gosh, I got the Steph crush out! I got this! that crash out. I am going to metagame y'all after the tournament. I don't care, y'all deserve it. Oh, I'm so good at this. This is the power of being in an all. I actually didn't tell the full truth about this tribal. The reason why Steph is going here is because she pestered one of my allies, Joy, about being AFK when in my honest opinion, it was perfectly justified. Thus, I followed her lead and booted Steph. She definitely took it well, by the way. Anyways, onto genuine chaos. At around the final 30ish, I had been working with a player named Dawood. I was planning on continuing this alliance, but then I got a whisper from another player named FertileJenkins, who was very well pushing me to save them. I was now at a crossroads. Do I stick with a player who I've been working with, or flip the tides? This was made even harder when a third party in C3 told me that FertileJenkins was worth keeping around and that Dawood was untrustworthy. Despite this conflict, however, I still voted FertileJenkins. I thought that was the end of it, but the votes tied. And that's because someone had cast a stray vote for me. Okay, why are we still voting me, bro? Because I'm like, I don't know why we're sending stray votes along my way. It's just like, you don't want to vote and you're screwing over other people who are actually at risk. It's just annoying. Okay, like, this stray vote is literally why. Like, we are tied because of that stray vote, bro. Alright, so like, I mean, Forte makes sense, but do they have my best interest at heart? I am gonna agree with C3. And also, C3 is tight with Joy, and Joy's showed by me, so I'm fine voting Dawood. And then from here, I think I'm fine voting Johan. This is definitely an intense one. Like, I'm genuinely not, I have footage too, like, I'm just being like, for real. Alright, Dawood's gone. Oh, Johan dip. I kind of do agree with that. I'm fine with going with FertileJenkins because it's better to go with the unknown. But then again, Dawood's also an unknown factor for me. And thanks to my flip, Dawood was voted off. And as a bonus, Johan quit the game as a result. He was going out next anyway, but so nice to see him save time. Just kidding, he didn't, and now we're voting someone else out. Thankfully, with the /set team command, the vote wouldn't matter, but this would still serve as a measure on the true dynamics of our tribe. And when Joy went in a near unanimous vote, I knew I might have to do something about it. It's definitely telling that the tribe dynamic has completely flipped. Like, I didn't even do much of anything, I just like voted Dawood. In the meanwhile, however, I realized I might have made a bad decision, especially when our team lost another challenge and I was eventually the next one voted off. Joy using her elimination exit definitely didn't help, by the way. Oh my gosh, I'm voting Swag. Like, I have the trust of Forte, but it doesn't matter. This is just a fumble on my part, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, it's just cooked. Like, what am I supposed to do? No, I'm not gonna expose anything, I'm like annoyed. Going out here definitely sucks. I once again didn't get any points for this round, and now I'm questioning whether or not choosing Forte over Dawood was the right decision at all. But sometimes, what I think were bad decisions at the moment could turn into massive profits later. For now though, I had earned 0 points in 2 rounds. Absolutely atrocious. But at least I knew who I had to reveal my identity to next. And luckily, Joy responded to this news very positively. I had a little fear that she might have been a bit annoyed that I voted her off, but considering she called this the highlight of her week, I think I came out of these 2 rounds a bit better. Not only did I have 2 new guaranteed allies, I probably chose some of the funniest people to reveal the secret to, and alongside doing well in this tournament, making moments like these was my priority. I still have to lock in though, and off we are to round 14. 3 chances left to get points. On top of having Cap and Joy knowing me, Hales, the host I had to tell my secret to from earlier, was in the game with me. I really don't have much of an excuse to throw this game away now. And yet I'm already being spread. That's right, I can never have a calm moment in this tournament. In an early game vote, I'm up against Veiled, a player who though was connected, was simply a really easy person to get rid of. That didn't stop people from trying to boot me though, because of course they will. This is completely Yaman's fault, by the way. Alright, I can't wait to be spread, bro. Like, I'm actually annoyed. I just need votes to swing in my way. There's like, what, 16 people here? Line, side. Like, are we serious here? Oh my gosh, please just don't surpass. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's tied, bro. Oh, thank gosh! Oh my gosh. Please don't flip. Oh, thank gosh! Thank goodness! Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm panicking right now. Oh, be gone! But I refuse to fall. Alright. I'm just gonna hope we win this challenge, but considering Nevin... Okay, cool. We're gonna even out. I'd rather not desert. We're all staying. Like, I'm gonna take this risk because clearly I have numbers to survive in this tribe. What? I hate myself. Why is it only me? Why? Why is it always me? Like, I literally said, oh, it's not gonna be Blue Tribe who gets cooked, but it's me. Honestly, this is not even a bad tribe. It might be a really good one. Like, that's the funniest part. Like, this is just like a mess. Like, I think I'm safe here by better margins, but it's just like messy, bro. You are kidding me. They're winning once I leave their tribe. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my days. As I said, I'm in a really good spot with this team. I just got a bit blindsided that I'm here at all. No need to go over Pacific players though, because we never go to tribal as this group. So it's not until the final 30 where I'm having to vote someone out. And luckily, there's a group right for the taking. Alright, I love this, guys. There's a whole pre-made in this tribe, and I had to find a way to get them all out. It's clearly Z, Thighs, Yaman, and Mel. Like, I mentioned these four because they're a very clear group of allies. The term pre-made really isn't the correct term, but nonetheless, they're an easy group of people to go after. And especially since Yaman has been targeting me in every game we've played together since Season 17 in June, yeah, they gotta go. I'm gonna vote Z here. Oh my gosh, okay, Ali's the vote and not me, so I'm fine with it, but I do want Ali still in the game. And just like how I wished, Z did get more votes. Okay, Z's gone. Oh my gosh. Soon after Z went though, we had to try and vote out Thighs. And again, guess who they're targeting? Oh my god, these people keep voting me! Oh my gosh! It is actually making me so mad. Like, I swear, people have been going after me all tournament. Oh my gosh. This is all 20. When does it end? Oh my god, thank goodness Thigh has more votes. Okay, cool. Another vote survived for little old me. Because, oh my gosh, these people keep going after me. Find a new name. Find a new name, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. This game is genuinely making me mad. These people need to get off my back, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. These feelings are real, by the way. I've been aware my target level has been through the roof, but for what reason? The fact that my name and avatar is a complete meme? Sorry, I like self-expression. This is probably why doing well has been as difficult as it's been, because I happen to create the hardest challenge possible. At least if I succeed, it'll be all the more satisfying. Moving on, I actually lost my team the next challenge, but not to worry, I actually felt pretty safe. The only people who were trying to get rid of me was the Yaman group, and they're down to 2 definitive members. All we have to do is get rid of them. We got rid of Yaman pretty easily, but I then noticed how they shifted their target to Cody, someone who I had been working with but wasn't surprised was getting votes, because apparently he has extreme beef with Yaman. The real shock, however, is when we go to vote off Mel. This is when Cody does a complete 180 and talks about how he's fine being voted out. Bro, why does Cody want himself gone, bro? No, I'm gonna tell him that it's okay and whatever, but I need Mel out right now. Like, Cody can literally just quit whenever he wants. Like, there's a leave game button right there, bro. Okay, this should not be a tie vote. Like, I'm pretty sure Cody self-voted. That's the only reason why we're tied right now. Oh my goodness. Mel's gotta go. Mel's gotta go. 10k staff, 10k staff is over. Like, I can boot Cody later. Mel needs to go now. Okay, how is this a 4-3? Okay, please don't tell me anyone flipped. Okay, someone flipped. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. We still have numbers, but I'm still annoyed. Like, why are we not getting rid of, like, one of the largest threats here? We can get Cody out immediately after. I hate these people so much. I think my crash out is perfectly justified, by the way. We had an entire plan to get rid of Yaman and Mel, and Cody decides to ruin it by saying, I didn't want to vote Mel, so I self-voted, vote me off, completely ruining our chances to get rid of Mel before she becomes too dangerous. I have no words to describe how frustrating this tribal was, but no use dwelling on results. We have to move on. And it's probably a good thing I move on quick, because I was not prepared for this. Like, oh my gosh. It's time to set the stage once more. There are 3 people at risk tonight. Hales, Dawood, and myself. I'm confident that with the votes of me, Hales, Forte, Mr. Unknown, and Ali would be enough. But as the votes read, nothing is ever guaranteed. Holds. Like, I'm so sick of this. Like, I'm just sick of people going after me over and over, bro. I hate this game. Genuinely, I hate this game. Like, someone flip. But per the rules of the blind side read, it's never a guarantee that I'm going out. 2 votes, Dawood. Oh my god, it's a 4-3-1! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, we're safe! We're safe! What do we do? What do we do? I'm gonna be honest. This moment was pure bliss. Another close vote survived. However, this game alone has shown that this community won't stop trying to hunt me down, and it's gotten exhausting. So exhausting that I end up booting Hales in the double because quite honestly, I was gassed. So many things throughout this game have pissed me off that I was just not in the right headspace anymore. Lucky me, there was a desertion, and completely against my best interest, I left the tribe. I really just needed a refresher, and hopefully this new tribe would give me the recovery time I need. It is in my best interest to not risk being in an incredibly small tribe. I'm aligned with literally no one on this team besides Cap, and Mel is actively going after me. And to make things worse, we actually lose the challenge somehow. So now I'm having to fight for my life once more. But in reality, the only out I had left was the advantage steal. If you don't know what the advantage steal is already, it lets you choose someone to take an advantage from. However, you have to guess what type of advantage they have correctly, otherwise you get nothing. And when this advantage steal is the only thing stopping me from getting eliminated, I need to make the right call. Alright, it's time to play this. I'm just gonna go take from Mel or something. Like, I'm not even gonna, like, pretend. I'm gonna just tie, bro. You know what, why not? Like, worth a shot. Like, it's just important to check. Like, I give up, bro. I'm just so... Like, I am so sick of it, bro. I'm just so done with this game. Like, I don't even fucking know, bro. Like, I'm so mad because, like, I just keep getting it. Like, I am so mad. Like, I just got put in, like, situation over situation where I had to, like, do, like, clutches, and it's, like, at some point, I'm just not gonna have the stamina for these people. I'm just so sick of it. It just sucks. And just like that, I was eliminated before the final 20 for the 3rd round in a row. Remember when I had 4 points? Yeah, I still only have 4 points. I was firmly outside of the top 40, and the realization that I wasn't going to be in the champions round was really starting to set in. I had failed so badly that I couldn't even call myself a top 40 player. In this tournament, only about 80 people scored. Have I fallen off that badly? To the point where I'm a bottom half player? Maybe it was time to give up. Maybe I wasn't as good at the game as I had thought. But no, this can't be where the story ends. I refuse to let it end this way. The tournament isn't even over. I have 2 more shots to make this work. I'm one of the best players to grace this game for a reason, and it's because of moments like these. I didn't go through all these close votes just to not even qualify. I'm going to give it everything I had on this final day of the tournament, because to me, it's better to miss every shot than to shoot none at all. It's time for Game 6. Before I begin talking about the gameplay for this round, I need to first talk about who I revealed my secret to. First was Thighs, who I had voted off in the previous round, but I'm pretty good friends with, so it works out. He's had the same struggles as me in terms of not getting points, so our goals of simply making champions was pretty aligned. Next was Books, a player who was heavily associated with Cap, and I told mainly because I wanted to mess with her alongside Cap. She reacted pretty well. And finally, Chill. For context, going into the final day, he was the front runner to win the tournament. If I wanted any chance of getting into the top 40, I needed to ensure that he will never go after me. So, I sent the DM. Also, I want to make this very clear, but he had been unaware that I'm FertileJenkins for a complete calendar year by this point. With that, it's pretty fair that his job was on the fucking floor. Now that I had a few more people in the secret, it was time for round 15, and what a better way to start than with people targeting me. I had received word from a player named Nevin that Cap was trying to spread me, but simply put, he's a fucking idiot for telling me that. Because what he doesn't know is that I'm working with Cap, and I've been doing it the entire tournament, even before he knew my identity. So after surviving a somewhat close vote against Fiore, I knew Nevin had to go. Bro, Fiore's so mad that he got out over me. Like, I wonder how he feels getting booted by a guy named FertileJenkins. But either way, it's time for Nevin's ass to get out, bro. I want him gone right now, right here, bro. He does not mess with me. He does not mess with me. Oh, he is so gone, bro. This is the easiest vote of this entire time, bro. Oh my gosh, this kid really thinks he can mess with me. Nah, he going, bro. He is going. Alright, so they clearly flipped their target from me to Catricia, you know, just flipped from some random guy who some people think to an all to at least the entire frontrunner. Also, Juju getting votes for whatever reason. Now, Nevin getting his votes. Completely deserved. For some reason, Juju's actually getting votes. I just want Nevin gone, bro. He's such an op, bro. He's gonna look at this once this is all done and really see himself in a worser light. What am I saying? This will not change anything in life. Anyways, Juju with a 3rd vote. I think I did hear them a little bit, but like, I was just so tunnel vision on getting rid of Nevin. Like, Nevin just gotta go. I don't care. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think this is it. Nevin's gone. Oh my gosh, Nevin's gone. Thank goodness, bro. Please. Oh, wait. 5th vote. Let's do this. Oh, this feels good. This Nevin kid should really have learned that you don't mess with me. And now he's gone. Off to the abyss of 35th place he goes. What a sucker. Oh, I'm feeling good about this one. Nevin, if you're watching this, I know your games. You can't get me that easily, and I always strike back tenfold. Anyways, all love. From there, I floated my way to top 20, as my team won pretty much every challenge. I did catch the sick moment though. Wait, Forte clutch. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. By the way, this is final 21, so whoever gets supered here gets nothing. That's the craziest part about all of this. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna come down to all their votes, bro. Oh, I would not want to be in this situation. Okay, it's time to see who's getting 21st place. Okay, first vote goes to Raze. I don't know who Raze is, so I probably would want Isaac here to stay. Like, I want Raze gone. Like, I don't want to make new friends. Too much work. Alright, 2 votes for Raze. Oh, yeah, it is so cooked for Raze. They got just genuinely supered out. Final 21. That is super unfortunate. Yeah, you just gotta feel for him. I mean, I got 2 points. But, you know, I can't help but feel for Raze, bro. Yeah, that's a unfortunate GG. With that being said, I later found myself in yet another sticky situation. The surprise though, I was completely safe. The real struggle, however, was that I was a swing vote between Isaac and Thighs, in which I had a lot of trust in both people. As much as I wanted to keep Isaac, I had to run with Thighs because he knew my secret. But by doing this, I knew I would harm my trust with my ally Forte, who was very much aligned with Isaac. And considering that I booted an ally just for Forte earlier in this video, I ought to play this relationship carefully. But these are the risks I have to take to survive this game. Alright, just voted Isaac. Let's see how the votes fall. First vote Thighs, not a surprise. I think Forte and Isaac are voting Thighs. Well, actually, that should be obvious. Basically, all you need to know is that Thighs and Isaac are the 2 people who are at risk here. 2 votes Thighs, another vote Isaac. Hopefully it goes our way, in which Isaac goes here. Bro, do not tell me that this is gonna be like one of those ridiculously close votes. Those are reserved for when I'm on the block, honestly. I don't know why we're giving the mercy to these people. Wait, this is a 5-4. I just realized. Yeah, 4 votes Thighs, 4th was Isaac. Literally 1 vote left. Wait, who's gonna go? Okay, person getting out here is... Please be Isaac. Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, Thighs is out. This is not the best result, but I think since Thighs went, Forte is probably gonna be happy enough, so I don't really care. Time to move on, I guess. Well, to my surprise, Thighs still ended up going home, which is surprisingly great for me, because Forte and Isaac were both so grateful that I voted their way. Little did they know, I didn't even vote with them. Man, do I love the lying experience. Though I lost Thighs here, I was essentially handed the best of both worlds. Trust from Forte and Isaac while also secretly going behind their back. Anyways, one shipwreck went later and I was in the merge, and this time, I got to watch Isaac idle out Mel. Just for him to get idled out himself as Dawood idles. I should probably mention Dawood here. I've been voting him throughout this entire video, but what I haven't told you is that he's actually a contender to win this entire tournament, and up till now, I was pretty fine with it. Even though I personally like Chill or Cap to win, Dawood winning wouldn't be a problem. In my mind, he was at least showing up to every round and putting in his all. But then something changed. In the next vote, when everyone was dead set on getting rid of Dawood, Cloud decided to give up immunity to him, making him completely safe. Because of this, we immediately had to scramble, and I chose Darius as my vote. And the scramble was very well shown when the votes were read, because through 9 very unaligned votes, it was 3 votes me, 3 votes Darius, 2 votes Forte, and 1 vote Johan. We were getting a 4-3-2-1 vote count. And yet, guess who survives? Welcome to Game 6 LeBron James. Okay, so I think this is my 3rd vote. Oh wait, Darius got his 3rd vote as well. 3 votes me, 3 votes Darius, 2 votes Forte. Oh my gosh, it's a 4-3-2-1. Oh my gosh, please. Wait, hold up. Wait, oh my god. I survived another clutch vote. Oh, this is just how it goes. Oh yes, I'm back. This is just how it goes. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just gonna like immediately panic, but like, I'm alive. I don't care. I do not care. I'm just clutch one more time, bro. Turn it back around. Oh my gosh. Time to probably have to vote off Forte. Unfortunately for me, my ally Forte was the next person voted out, which made sense considering they told me that they had concerns about being an immediate target once merge hit, probably why they wanted to be in teams for so long. On the way out though, they did give me a fake idol, which is a sign to me that I did a good job being their ally. Long-term investments do pay off, even though I literally went against them the first chance I had. Can't be focusing on Forte though, because it wasn't very long at all before I was brought up as a target, and unfortunately for me, Cloud gave their immunity to Dawood again. Seriously, what are we doing? This is really taking your win, including Cloud. I did have a real idol from earlier on, but I realized something. There is no guarantee that I'm making the final 3 at this point, and considering that 4th through 10th place all get the same points, I'm completely fine risking my game to hold on to this idol for one more tribal. If I go, then Cap just gets my idol, and if I survive, well, an idol hold well done. Lucky me, I happened to get a tie vote, so I decided to go full aggressive and push as hard as I can to get Cloud out over me. Alright, tie vote against Cloud. Honestly, this should be a really easy vote for literally everyone here. I don't know why they would want me gone over Cloud. They've given immunity to Dawood twice. Okay, maybe Johan wants Dawood to win the tournament, but like, play your own game. Like, I'm just going ham, bro. Like, what I just said is completely right. Like, Cloud is literally just helping Dawood win. I know, I'm pretty sure Cap voted with me. I don't even know who else voted with me. It was like a 4-4. This has just been a kind of a scrambly round, but I'm gonna hope Mizzy also votes with me. Clearly, I have a chance here. This is gonna be a fun time. Like, I'm just gonna lay all my cards out there, because honestly, screw it. Like, what do I have to lose? I'm FertileJenkins. Like, I never had to add anything to lose all tournament long. Like, I'm just gonna play balls to the wall, and we're gonna see if it works. Like, these people have actually things to lose, like, I don't know, friendships or whatever. I don't care. But again, if I do somehow survive this vote, then I also have an idol, which would be really cool to hold on to. I purposely like tried to like risk this because I don't really care. Oh wait, it's a final. Oh wait, wait, it's a final vote. Okay, this is a tie vote, meaning we're going to tiebreaker. But the problem is, I have a 300 MS tiebreaker, so I'm just gonna tell everyone like, oh, it's so over. 300 MS reaction time. This is gonna be so hype. Oh, yep. Sadly though, I didn't get any flips, and off to the tiebreaker competition we go. However, if you think I had a chance to win, well, think again. Here's a video of me literally having 300 MS reaction time. 311, embarrassing. 286 millisecond reaction time. Like, this is not even a joke, I just suck. Like, if you go to statistics, like, I'm like, around here, I'm like, extremely below average. It's really bad. And I'm a comp beast type player too. Oh, it might be over for me. For reference, that's considered incredibly below average. Bottom 10% by the way. So it should come to no one's surprise that I lose this tiebreaker and finish in 8th place. Honestly though, I was pretty satisfied. If Chill is saying getting votes on Cloud is impressive, then I must have done something right. Cloud was even going at it with Cap for even considering voting against her. This vote alone gave me the confidence boost I needed to really push my way into the Champions round. Funnily enough, I actually would have already qualified with a mere 9 points, but I did still want to play another round just to guarantee the spot. Before we move on to round 16 though, it's important to know who won round 15. The final 3 were Cap, Cloud, and Dawood. Personally, I thought Cap played the best game, but knowing that a whole group of people were voting Dawood for the win for whatever reason, I had to vote Cloud. I was fine with it though, because she somehow survived all the votes where she gave Dawood immunity, a sin that usually results in an immediate boot. To my shock however, Dawood won. And honestly, this wasn't good. Look, Dawood is a cool person and I wouldn't be upset if he won, but he just won a round while getting dragged to the end. So I was going to do everything in my power to ensure Chill or Cap win this tournament. Yeah, sure, they're pretty cool, but more importantly, I knew they played the game in a way that really impressed me. I don't really care which one of them wins. As long as one of them does, I'll be happy. So with that in mind, let's jump into the final round of Tournament 9. I wasn't too pressed about making it far, because I figured if I made my goal clear to both Cap and Chill, I would get dragged through the game anyway. After watching Dawood survive his first vote in pain, it was my team's turn to go to Tribal. Thankfully, the strategy would be insanely easy. In this round, an entire entourage with people from a server named 10K had shown up. who I had assumed were all there to help the Woot to win. And they were probably helping Cap win too. Thankfully, we have numbers in this tribe, so let me welcome you to what I call the assembly line. The assembly line is, well, an assembly line. All I had to do was vote whoever I was told to vote, and they would probably go home. We even came together as a tribe to split the votes in case of an idol, preventing the opposing group from ever gaining power. This is the most organized Outlaster I've played, well, probably ever. I don't think I've had an easier time playing Outlaster in a very long time. The vote counts were quote-unquote messy, but the reality is, these were all completely intended. Johan gone, Vane gone, Cloud gone, Pell gone on accident, Mel gone, Callie gone in a 4-3-2 vote in which I almost go home. Oh wait, we should probably cut to that tribal right now.
Like Callie's just cooked. Like, I'm just gonna do the smart play and just like hope that Callie doesn't idle, because I know Chill is going to stray vote, so I'm not concerned. And Chill ain't gonna vote me out because he knows I'm one of his best assets. It just makes sense. Like, it's just what happens. And honestly, I would probably want to work with Callie in a future time, but it's like, it's just not happening right now. Okay, this is just a mess. Yeah, Callie's probably gone.
Okay, next vote. Oh wait, I got another vote. Oh wait, I think it's tied between me and Callie right now. Okay, hopefully I survive?
Oh my gosh! An option. Ooh, Callie. Like, this is just what had to happen. I keep clutching. Like, the 10th close vote, I've survived.
By the way, I genuinely wanted to work with Callie, especially since Books asked me to do so, but considering the system I was in, there was no benefit for me to even think about keeping her when my spot could easily be blown up. With this, we had completed the massacre of anyone even somewhat associated with 10k save for San, who had somehow slipped through the cracks because of the sacrifice of Pell. Now I'm close to yet another top 20 berth, but there were actually a few challenges in the way. First comes the Mr. Unknown vote. Though he had been a close ally throughout the tournament, the truth was he didn't have nearly as much influence as the alternatives in Isaac or Chill. Thus, he was the easy choice. That didn't stop me from lying through my teeth to him on his way out. But the real entertainment comes with the next vote. It was Chill versus Cody, two people I had worked with in the past. But with my goal in mind, the choice was obvious. Cody was 21st, but he had a few select words for me on his way out. I of course responded, and clearly the server had my back. Bro, this Cody kid really thought I was gonna like save them over Chill. Like, let's make it clear, Chill's one of my biggest allies. I don't care if it makes me look like a sheep, bro. I don't care. Oh, look at the little Cody here, really? Yeah, lack of sportsmanship. Like, they called me untrustworthy. I can do the same thing right back. Like, oh my gosh, like, they're, bro, he says, I don't go off last game, like, he literally just, like, calling me untrustworthy. Like, I do. Like, I remember everything. I don't care. I'm glad he's gone. Top 20, let's go. Let's go. Now, I said the reason I wanted him gone was because he called me untrustworthy in a previous game, which was actually true. He booted me in a vote earlier on in the tournament for being untrustworthy. But the real reason, that one vote where he went home over Mel, pissed me off. He deserves to be cut right before the top 20 just for that. Again, if you mess with me, you're getting hit back tenfold. He might think he can boot me first in the Champions round, but he probably hasn't realized by now that I don't go home that easily, ever. Another 2 points acquired. Surprisingly though, I'm actually now going under the radar entering this next section of the game. I had been put on a literal super team, a team full of the biggest threats in the entire Outlaster scene. All of them have had long legacies, with the only exceptions being Death, someone who was voted out immediately, and FertileJenkins. Of course though, we all know who's the scariest player of them all. Luckily, this elite tribe's development into chaos was a slow burn. After booting Skelly, sorry had to follow lore and I just met him a few minutes ago, we actually won a challenge completely off luck before going into another tribal. A huge moment for not only the round, but the entire tournament. This is because the tribe was on Cap and Dawood, and considering everything I've just said about Dawood, I think it's pretty safe to say I wanted Cap in the game. But in a 5-3 vote, Cap was eliminated. I was devastated, but there wasn't any time to mope around. Dawood was still right there to eliminate, and I had even more motivation to ensure that if Cap was going down, Dawood was going down with him. And in a relatively easy vote, Dawood was gone. Alright, there we go. Dawood is finally gone. It only took like over half the game and the sacrifice of Cap having any chance of winning this tournament, but Dawood's gone. Now that Cap is gone though, I'm pretty sure my focus is now just gonna be on trying to help Chill win this tournament. I do not care. Like, I saw round 15, I do not want Dawood winning. I'm sorry, but I gotta keep the game, I don't know, morals pretty good. Like, this is just how it goes. I'm sorry, Dawood. And just like that, I had made Merge. And as expected, I was surrounded by some of Outlaster's best players. FertileJenkins looked a bit out of place, but if you're still fooled by this point, you've clearly been skipping around. Go back to the start of the video, thanks, and also subscribe while you're at it. Anyways, after actually coming close to winning Holy Buckus again, it was time for another big vote. Mizzy versus Hoon. For me, this was a very obvious vote. I'm just gonna vote Hoon. However, there was a lot of momentum going Mizzy's way, and from the looks of it, she was always going to go home here. It didn't stop her from asking why I voted her, which was weird because I never voted her in this tribal or in this tournament at all. Even when people pressured me to vote Mizzy in this round, I stuck my ground to vote Hoon. I'll be honest though, from here, the early merge was incredibly easy to go through. San and Hannum were both out in very easy votes, and though I had a bit of scare in the Fiore vote, he was again voted out over me. Alright, recap, right now I have 2 votes against me. Now I have a 3rd, you know, pretty good stuff right now. About to be 11th place, but no, there's another Fiore vote. I think we got it. 4 votes for Fiore, it was like almost tied. Like, I got all my connections wrapped up. 5 votes Fiore, I think it's wraps. I think I beat Fiore for the 2nd time in a literal single day. And final 10, let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling good about this one, bro. Wait, let's see. Cute guys are really cute. I feel like Fiore isn't really happy about getting eliminated at 11th place. Hey, I felt it before. Like, I don't blame him for being that upset. Also, like, I don't blame him at all. Like, he got whooped by FertileJenkins, bro. Oh, I love this. Wait, why is Fiore throwing shade at me? This is so funny. I'm pretty satisfied about everything here now. With Fiore gone, I had made back-to-back final 10s, doing it with Forte on top of it. The connections I have made with others in this tournament were starting to pay off, at the simple sacrifice of my sanity for 3 days straight. Though I knew I had a very slim chance of winning this round, I was fine with that. My strategy for these final few rounds was to gain points, not to create win equity for myself. Besides, I could confidently say that I was in decent contact with everyone on the tribe at this point. For the short term, not a chance I was going home. And on top of that, I was about to pull off another surprise.
Okay, I have the seashell and banana, so I just need fish. Okay, great. Oh my god, 3 straight rolls. Bro, okay, I got a flower. I think I'm probably gonna try and get a fish. Actually, it's right here. I think I used the Pythagorean theorems, so actually. Oh, cool! I survived. Oh, wow. Oh wow. Oh, I'll take that. I'm like, bro, Isaac said win, and I already like sucked. I'm gonna go for this one over here. Problem is, everyone still in the comp is like, oh thank goodness, I came out of that scramble so good, bro. I just need a coconut. I think Jay goes for that. No? Oh my gosh.
Yo. Yo. Top 3 complete luck. Yeah. We're all next to each other. I know, right? But what is this catering, bro? Alright. It's me versus J versus C. And now I'm F tier. We got fish. And then there's another fish that I assume C3 got. And then it's like flour. I'm gonna go for this one here then. I can literally get anything from this. And then I'm turning around. They also need flour. So I'm just gonna hope J gets unlocked. Bro, what is C3 on, bro? Okay, bet, run. Oh my gosh, this is just so much luck. Complete luck. This is complete luck. Like, if I win this, then it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't care. Alright, I'm gonna go for the right side because I have the benefit of having basically the entire board left. Only problem, Pythagorean theorem. Okay, we need two shells, a fish, and a banana. Okay, I can go for a shell and a banana. Jay needs a fish. I want them to get unlucky. Okay, I just need another shell. Oh my god. Run. Oh my gosh. Did I throw? Oh my gosh, I won. Oh my gosh, nice job for me. Well, I guess I'm just the winner. Also, fun fact, this is the last time I ever played box breakers without walls. Glad to know I went out on top, but let's hop back into the game. Remember when I said I was in contact with everyone on the tribe? I may have lied a little. I hadn't been speaking to Hoon the entire game or tournament, and I was about to vote her out. Oh wait, she just whispered to me. Does this matter to me though? No, she had to go. I had the least trust in her, especially when I had 8 better options. So she was gone. But the real problem now, my footage completely stops. So I'm going to try my best to explain the rest of the game without any background footage. The main thing you need to know for this final stretch is that I had a final 3 of me, Chill, and a friend named Rock. Rock by this point of the tournament wasn't a surefire guarantee to make the champions round, and I wanted to do everything in my power to bring him there. So when it was revealed he was the other vote with Hoon, I knew I was going to have to play aggressive if I wanted him to last any longer. This went into effect in the next vote, where Coco had to go home over him. I had also been working with Coco throughout this round, but wanting to help Rock, Coco had to go. Coco finished his 9th in a 5-4 vote, which I felt really good about. Yeah, GG Coco. Like, I'm sticking by Rock. If I really wanted to, I want to Iron Rock myself final 3. It's not because I want to win, it's because I think that'd be the coolest ending. I also want to bring Chill to the end, because I think they just deserve to win the tournament. Like what am I supposed to do? Actually, I should just commit to that. Like, I want him winning this tournament. Next comes the Iron vote, in which the other vote was again Rock. And it was pretty clear to me that I had to work my butt off if Rock was to stay. And the work continued, because the vote tied 4-4. Lucky me though, someone who had voted Rock flipped to get rid of Iron. I would have liked to see Iron survive because he too had a lower threat level by this point, but knowing my lack of influence, I decided that bringing a guaranteed ally in Rock was the better resolution. I then get my way in the final 7, in which Jay Nika gets eliminated over Rock in a 4-3 nail-biter vote. At this point, Rock has become FertileJenkins. The fact that he continues to survive these votes, and admittedly a small part because of me pushing, was not only impressive, but really motivating for me. I was going to make this final 3 happen over my dead grave. Then, it all falls apart. Oh my gosh, is this like a 3-2-1, bro? Oh my, it's a 3-2-1! Oh my gosh. Unfortunate. At Final 6, Rock's magic finally runs out, and even then, he goes in a 3-1 vote against Isaac and C3. Me and Rock wanted C3 gone this round, seeing as he didn't serve to benefit either of us at this point, but Chill unfortunately had other plans. You see, I'm not actually Chill's biggest ally in this game. In fact, Isaac and C3 are both ahead of me in that regard, which probably explains why he cut Rock here. And little did I know, I was actually next. Chill's real plan was to bring Isaac and C3 to the finals with him, which I personally didn't care for, he's still going to win. I still personally think that a Final 3 with him, Brock, and myself is a near guaranteed win for him, but he's free to decide that for himself. Because of this, I was promptly voted out at Final 5 in a vote of 3-1-1, with only Forte not voting for me, as they were left out of this vote completely. But C3 actually goes out at Final 4, meaning Forte made the final. Didn't really matter to me, however, as long as Chill made it there, he was getting my vote to win. He was winning this tournament whatever it took.
Oh yeah, I think Chill gets at least second, which should still be enough. Isaac being a 1-vote finalist is crazy though. Alright, Isaac is now getting votes. Oh, this is interesting. Forte has less than 6 votes right now. What? Oh, what drama is going on here? I kind of flipped on Jay Nika. I'm not gonna admit that until I release this video. I'm gonna keep it real. Oh, Isaac is currently winning. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to this final tribal right now. I'm just like crazy stuff going on. Isaac gets another vote. I believe there's 3 more votes. Yeah, I'm surprised Isaac gets this jury win. Yeah, this is more surprising because I thought Forte was definitely taking it from the vibes of jury. Oh, fire. Alright. The dream's still alive though. I qualified for the champions round, and I'll see if I win that. But for now, I think this is the regular season right here. Even though Chill doesn't actually win this round, I was still pretty confident that he had this tournament in the bag. He had done far too well to actually lose, and especially with him gaining 8 points on Duluth in the final round, I was pretty sure that when the awarding ceremony happens, Chill will become the winner of Tournament 9. And for my part, I'll be going into the champions round, and man, was I excited to play. Nothing could go wrong. When I first heard the news, I was shocked. For important context, I had known Chill for over a year at this point. From his dominance in multiple seasons, tournaments, you name it, never did I expect him of all people to be disqualified from the tournament. And the reason? Allegedly pre-mating. The reason was what surprised me the most. You're telling me that someone who has had the reputation of being the best this community's had is the person who would resort to pre-mates to win? Now, that was disappointing. Not only because I don't think Chill needed it, but also because I thought Chill was completely above it. This disqualification also meant that the Wood 100% had won the tournament. A bit annoyed, sure, but I'm not really upset at all. Oh wait, never mind, he also got disqualified. And one sudden death round later, and a good ally in Isaac won the whole tournament. Isaac winning the tournament was a pleasant surprise, especially because he's primarily an eviction notice player above all else. But he really proved himself here, even though his route to winning the tournament was awfully messy, both individually and the tournament overall. A win's a win, and you can never take that away. For me though, I actually took a bit of a break, at least in playing events anyway. It didn't mean I was doing nothing with FertileJenkins though. I was revealing the ult to a few people, which though weren't as mind-boggling reactions as Caps, were still pretty fun to see. Having the experience of FertileJenkins did give me a lot more ammo when it came to jokes. You might remember Fiore from earlier, and I mentioned him a lot throughout the video for a good reason. It's because he revealed he sends alarms for PPS events just to lose to people like FertileJenkins. Obviously, I'm not that big of a loser, so I decided to drop this screenshot in a chat, and it resulted in one of my favorite interactions. I wish I had the footage from the VC because it was just so funny dunking on him for a few minutes. And knowing that I'm the one doing all this behind the scenes, man, I'm actually about to miss this a little bit. Moments like these are why no matter how well I do in the champions round, this project was a massive success. Getting funny screenshots like these are what I look for, not some stupid Discord role for winning Outlaster events. I made it very clear from the beginning of this video as well that the Robux and Discord Nitro prize has really no impact on me. It's all about the memories made along the way, and a tiny touch of glory. No matter how this story ends, I'm glad to say it was a good one. That being said, however, if you think I'm taking the pedal off, I'm only pressing it harder. It was now the day of the Champions event, and I was quite shaky.
but it only took getting destroyed in the first challenge for me to get settled in. Even worse, my footage broke again. Quite the shame, but at least I have audio. And on top of that, I was already the first name thrown out. Lucky me, I have Forte, Rock, and Elite Warrior all in my tribe. Problem is, the only other name out there is Rock. Guess he has to go home, but better him than me being the first boot. And you won't believe this either, but in a 5-4 vote.
Oh my gosh, I survived already! Oh my god, I am so clutch! I don't care how well I do, bro! I am so good, bro! Oh my gosh.
And with that, I have survived yet another close vote. And in the champions round on top of that, I don't know what these people have against me, but they really should know by now that I'm not that easy to boot. And anyone who thinks otherwise at this point is really just making a fool of themselves. They should be thankful I don't have a super idol. There's no time to waste, however, because another vote is on the horizon, and I need to shift the power to me fast. Me and another ally in Ali were considering going for Gary, but the vote suddenly shifted to Aki. I don't know why it did, but either option was fine by me. My friend Steph even gave me a vote block to make sure I stuck around, and though I don't think it was a massive contributor, Aki did go home in a 4-2-1 vote, with me of course getting the 2 votes. Can these people stop bothering me? Anyways, after seeing my new rival Cody get booted early, made all dissatisfying after round 16, it was time for my own tribal council. Because my tribe was straight up bad at the challenges. Like, I saw my tribe for the first time and I knew we were going to struggle to win anything. So I wasn't even that pressed. In terms of position though, I was now pretty safe, because Cap had me linked up with a player named May, who happened to be my side's next target. Of course, I could have tried to steer the vote away from her, but seeing as 1, I know that they went after me in the previous tribal, 2, having far more trust in Forte at this point seeing as they've helped me pretty much every chance they've gotten, and 3, the fact that they're lying straight to my face saying it's either me or Ali going when I know they're full of it. Yeah, I don't really care to keep them around.
Like, I'm not taking no bullshit, bro. These people just gotta go. Like, I don't care. Besides, we could literally just swing the tides later on. Like, I'm not interested in swinging the tides to people who I know don't have my back. I guarantee you, all 4 of those people tried to go after me. I know Forte doesn't go after me early, bro.
Now you might have seen May calling me a mess, and in a bit of reflection, maybe a little bit, I basically strung them along pretending to be their ally for the entire round before cutting them off immediately, but I think it's pretty reasonable considering the information I was playing with. And yes, these crash outs happen every single game. This is just what happens when the community is composed of chronically online teenagers. This is really the usual. Now to my shock, we actually win the next challenge, but probably because it was Dig It, a competition where the fact that Gary was playing champions on a phone didn't harm us nearly as much. So as Skelly was being brutally idled out, I stood from the sidelines basically eating my popcorn. The safety didn't last very long, however, as we were preparing to go to yet another tribal council. However, me, Ali, Forte, and Elite Warrior had made for such a good group of 4 that I wasn't really concerned about losing. Now the question was who to boot between Hoon and Gary, and even though Gary might have been more useful as an ally, considering that the host was crazy enough to not swap us with obvious number disadvantage, I was all on board for booting Gary, but someone had other plans. Oh, they voted Forte. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, they just split their votes. Okay, yeah, cool. Gary's just gone. Oh, wait a second. Someone did a flip. That's interesting. Ooh, someone flipped. And just like that, I was blindsided. But there are levels to this round. You see, this tribal council was actually delayed for quite a while because Hoon had disconnected. And even though the /set team command existed, it was best if we waited for Hoon so she could vote as well. What I assume happened during this time is that someone in my core alliance got paranoid about another member, and boom, they went out. I too expressed some paranoia, but I figured it was best to stick with the plan. Clearly not everyone does that. Gary actually told me post-season that it was indeed Forte who flipped, as Gary came up with an elaborate lie telling Forte about a pre-made that didn't even exist, which in all honesty, good on him. I did not expect them to take such advantage of the time he had, but with Ali gone, it was time for a swap.
Alright, like, this is awful. This tribe is so bad. Who's Nico?
And I definitely didn't like this tribe. I just went after Gary, and besides Isaac, my bonds with the rest of this tribe are shaky at best. I did not want to lose on this team. And we did, so scramble time it was, if not for the fact that I got distracted with something else. So I was really not paying attention to what was actually happening, and soon enough my name was actually out there. As some twisted form of assurance though, Lucy did tell me that she thought her name was also out there, so I just hope that they split their votes and it all works out. But what I did next was probably my biggest mistake of the entire video. Voting Nico. And just like that, it's a tie vote between me and Kai. And for some reason, Hoon told me to vote to save Kai, not realizing that I'm also in the tie. Amazing brain cell work, by the way.
Alright, I don't know if I survived this. I might survive this.
My god, it's just another... Dang, bro. No! Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let me... who do I want to slide this idle block to?
And yeah, I'll be honest, that elimination was kinda on me entirely. A really bad rogue vote cost me my game, but hey, there's not much I can do about it now. Or was there?
Oh wait, Kai had a super, so I'm not upset at all. I don't really care. I was going to go out in that tribal anyway, so it's fine, it's fine. Oh yeah, I have no hard fail. I actually voted correctly. Yo, this is even better. I can't blame myself anymore. Yes, sir.
And just like that, I have a complete and valid excuse on why I got 21st. The real ones though, the placement is really just fulfilling a prophecy. And so, that's pretty much it for this little alt adventure. I didn't realize how far I could go with this alt, and even though we didn't get event success with this account, I think the most valuable thing I got from this is the laughs I got along the way. Every time I was interacting with someone I knew on the alt, I was just having such a fun time, because I knew something they didn't, which was behind the mask of FertileJenkins, it was really just me fucking with them for my personal entertainment. And the fact that I was doing this for over 3 months made it even funnier. I promise I don't do this in real life. The amount of trolling I did with this account, all without being caught, was so fun. And I have a full Discord server storing every single funny moment from this account. And again, even though I didn't get an event win with Fertile, I need to emphasize that this alt was literally never leaked. So it's safe to say that they will be remembered positively. For at least a week. After that, I don't trust the server to have good memory. In fact, seeing as everyone wanted to leave after this tournament, I'm doubtful this server is gonna be alive, period. As for the alt, well, I figured it was time to reveal. I didn't really have any more plans with this alt after the tournament, and considering that I'm going to college literally 2 days after the release of this video, and also the fact that this video is over an hour long already, I see no reason to continue this story. So with that, it's time to reveal FertileJenkins. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're curious on if I plan to play competitive Outlaster ever again, well, let's just say, I already went out on top.